Hello there. Welcome to Gardening with Granny. I just wanted to hop on for a minute, share a few things with you. I was watching Jess at Roots and Refuge, and she was talking about micro dwarf tomatoes. And I have two and just purchased another GreenStalk. And last year I tried to grow tomatoes and I had them binding over and it was difficult. So when she started talking about these micro dwarf tomatoes and she referred to them as something she was going to plant in her green stock, I thought, I'd like to try some too. So I hopped onto Renaissance Farms and I went through several processes and read about different ones, and a lot of them weren't available. Hugely pricey as far as I'm concerned. You get 10 seeds for $3, and so not cheap. Not when you're used to getting 50 seeds from MI Gardener. So the seeds came, and they came in these clear packages, and I wanted to share them with you. And so I am using this Zoom process instead of my usual talking with you. And some of them didn't arrive. I got some that were replacement, and some of them were, let me see if I can move me here. If you can pronounce this, good luck. The Snegurjok, even Jess couldn't pronounce it. But it is a micro dwarf, and it is a determinate, which means they all fruit at the same time. It's supposedly a heavy producer. I'm thinking I might like to grow this kind of like an early paste tomato. So it's supposed to reach a height of 12 inches, which is quite containable in the original GreenStalk. And it is supposedly small and quite delicious. It looks like abundant. We will see, and hopefully I'll be able to share that with you. The next one is, let me see if I can, there we go, called Wes. These pictures are from the Renaissance website, and they either have a little guy in here or wording, so that kind of interrupts the way the plant actually looks and the way the tomato looks. But this one says it's 80 days to maturity. And what they're talking about is basically you put the seed in, it takes a couple of weeks, 3-4 weeks, and then you transplant it, and it's 80 days from the transplanting time. So I'm just going to try my luck. I thought I would try a couple of seeds and save the rest just to see if I can get the plant to how it grows and all that. This is all new to me, so we'll see what happens with this. It says it's indeterminate, which means that it will keep on fruiting. Like I said, we will see. It's ox heart shaped, which means it has, comes like a heart shape, not exactly round, but sounded interesting. It did not sound like it was a really small tomato. It sounded like it might be a slicing size. Like I said, we will see. Then I got Ink Spot. Now, Ink Spot is a micro dwarf orange and black, so it's called a bicolor. There wasn't information as to maturity or if it is determinate or indeterminate. I couldn't find any information about that, so we will see. But I thought it was interesting, and it looked like a great salad tomato. It grows to a height between 12 and 15 inches, so we will see how that works in our GreenStalk. Red Robin Micro Dwarf was a replacement for another one that I thought intriguing. Apparently, a lot of people thought it was intriguing because it was supposedly a micro dwarf plant with a large tomato. And I don't remember there's so many varieties. I don't remember the one I chose, but they sent me this instead. It's an interesting plant because it grows like a bonsai, and they say that you can grow it indoors under lights. So this one might be a good one for people who love tomatoes but live in an apartment, and they could get a grow light and it would be okay. It would grow. It's 70 days to maturity from, again, potting up stage. A lot of people just grew these in gallon-sized containers. Like I said, I'm growing them in my GreenStalk. And this is only going to grow to 8 inches. So this is a pretty petite plant, but it's supposed to be a really good producer. So we'll see what happens with that. So let me do the stop share here for a minute. So that's it. I hope that you got some information on it. The other thing I've been doing off camera is I put some seeds of the cup and saucer vine. I grew this last year, but I didn't pick a good spot because it never developed flowers, and so I'm going to try a sunnier spot. And you have the seed, if you can imagine, the seed is like a pumpkin seed where it's oval and it comes to like a point at the end. And I very carefully just clipped the very end of the seed. And then I put it in between. I took a paper towel and folded it in so it was only, about 3 inches square, and wet it down and wrung out. So it wasn't wringing wet, but it had some dampness, a whole lot of dampness. And I put the 2 seeds in between it and then put that in a plastic bag. And I put it not in direct sunlight, but in where I have my other house plants. And I was excited when I saw that there was a root and a tail in one, and the other one had kind of opened up its shell, and I could see the green. So I peeled off the rest of the shell and I planted both of them. And I don't know if you can see that, but I have a plant. So it is coming. I don't know if there will be 2 of them. I don't see anything happening with the other seed that I put in there, but I'll keep you aware of what's going on. And thanks for watching. This is Gardening with Granny.